Hey everybody, I got my Owlcrate box in for July, so let's open it together. Okay, and when I open the box, this is what it looks like on the inside. And our theme for the month is Dark Reflections. First item up, it looks like we have a highlighter set. Okay, so here are our highlighters. We got 3 of them. Let's see, I'll hold them up one at a time. That way you guys can see a little bit better. It was hard to hold all of them up at once. I couldn't quite swing it. Let's see. So we get 3 different colors. We get pink, blue, and green. Each of them has a quote on here, and then if you open it, oh, just like a typical highlighter. Our quotes are from Where the Dark Stands Still, great book, Polish folklore. Juniper and Thorn and For the Throne. I haven't read the other 2, but I have read Where the Dark Stands Still, so I'm going to try and see if I can remember which quote came from there. I don't quite remember, but I think it's the quote on the green highlighter that says, "No one will be surprised when I do monstrous things." That's my guess for the quote that comes from Where the Dark Stands Still. But we also have, "Do not look at the truth of me and then look away." And we have love made monstrous things necessary. Do I need highlighters? No, but I do think that this is a good bookish item to have, especially if you are an annotator for your books, and I think that the quotes on them are kind of cool. Plus, I like the shape of them. Next up is a zipper chain inspired by spinning silver. I haven't read this book, but I have read A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik, and I loved it, and so I really need to read other works by her. But this is our zipper chain, not an item for me, but I do think that it looks well made and it is a pretty item. We're getting another Creatures and Companions bookmark in this box. I love these bookmarks, so I already know I'm going to like this item. Our bookmark features Blackjack from the Percy Jackson series. I personally have not read this series. I know, shame on me. We'll see if I get around to it, but I probably won't. So I don't know who this character is, but this bookmark is absolutely stunning. What I will say about these bookmarks, this is the 3rd we've gotten to already, is that on every single one of mine, probably because of that right there, the tassel has come undone and fallen off. So I love these, in part because they're beautiful, but then also in part because I work in a library and we have a bookmark making section, so I just go get a tassel when inevitably this unravels, and the one that I put on from our bookmark making section stays. So this is a hit or miss. For me, it's great because when this unravels, it's not going to be a big deal. But for other people, don't expect this to stay. You're going to have to replace this, which is unfortunate. But the bookmark itself, it's so pretty. I think it's worth replacing. And you can get them cheap on Amazon. But it is kind of sad that you have to go buy something to make one of the items work when it unravels, because it will, and I'm pretty sure it's because of that. Next up, we have a journal, and it's super reflective, so I'm just going to kind of hold it different ways. We get a lot of journals in the Owlcrate subscription. That looks the best. That looks the least shiny. So if you're not a journal person, then just know if you get the Owlcrate subscription, you are going to get a ton of them. On the back, it says Once Upon a Time. On the front, it says Grimm's Fairy Tales. I'm a journal person, so I absolutely love getting these. They usually have different elements on the inside so far as what kind of journal. Yeah, so you can see that it's blank in this one. So I guess if you want to sketch or if you want to make it your own. We've gotten bullet journals, we've gotten regular line journals, and then the other cool thing about the journals from Owlcrate is that they, like, the top can come off, so if you find the right size, you can replace this with another one and then keep these, which is cool and which is fun. So I really enjoy the Owlcrate journals. But if you're not a journal person, again, you're going to get a lot of these, and they're like this. They all have that same style and design, and then this option where you can take out the actual booklet, I guess, that's in here, and then keep the jacket. I will say this isn't the prettiest journal that Owlcrate has put out. My favorite one, aside from the Atlas 6, well, I like the Atlas 6, but the Addie LaRue journal that they did quite a while back, I think that's my favorite cover. So again, the covers are really kind of the main thing to look at because you can switch this out. And our last item is, as always, the Perfect Pairings pen. In Owlcrate, you will get a pen every single time you get a box. This year, for 2024, the theme is Perfect Pairings, so we have pairings from different books. I don't know what book this is. I'm going to have to look at the spoiler card. It's Gideon the Ninth. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I have not read Gideon the Ninth yet, but I fully intend to. I just haven't gotten around to it. This is cool. I really love the design of this. So this is neat. I'm quite pleased with this pen. I am a fan of the enamel pens. So again, this is an item that I always look forward to, but if you don't like enamel pens, just keep that in mind if you're considering an Owlcrate subscription. I'm trying to decide what my favorite item is. My favorite item this time actually might be the pen, just because I like the design of it and it's so cool. I've got a lot of journals, like I said, but if you're going to repeat an item in a book box subscription, I am okay with a journal. I'm fine with a journal repeat because I can never have too many. I've got them scattered everywhere and I actually write in all of them. So that's fine for me. And normally the Bookmark is my favorite item in the Owlcrate boxes whenever we get the Animal Companion Bookmark. But maybe just because I haven't read Percy Jackson, so I'm not as attached to it as I was the other ones, this isn't my favorite item this time. So probably the enamel pen, but kind of an odd scattering of items in this book box. I do see how they all fit the theme though, so I think the choice with the theme is really well done. Just, again, this month I think the theme that I'm going to see for me personally with how I feel about the items is that they're repeats. We're over midway through the year, and so we're seeing the same items again, and I'm like, well, I don't really need that, but okay. And our book for July is Sleep Like Death. We do get an exclusive redesigned cover in our Owlcrate edition. The gold foiling is a little shiny, but if you guys can't see, we have a silhouette of our main character, our FMC Eve here. I do like this gold foiling. On the back here, we have more gold foiling with the quote that we're very familiar with in the Snow White tale. I do like the color scheme that's been picked here. What I absolutely despise are these edges. I don't know why Owlcrate's like, let's go with the brightest, biggest eyesore color possible for the sprayed edges. It's not the solid block. I'm actually not upset by a solid block. It's not a good transition. It does not fit the color scheme. It baffles me. I don't understand what the thought process is here. I truly just don't. I will never display this like this. I would rather it not have the sprayed edge than have this. We do get foiling on the hardback. We get this green foiling, and we get a different design for our foiling on the front and on the back. The transition into our sprayed edges is better with this green foiling, but again, I dislike that color so much. So it's a nicer transition, it's a smoother transition, but we get this beautiful artwork on the reverse of the dust jacket, and this is so close to being reversible, but it doesn't have the author's name on the front here. If it did, I would totally reverse this. I love the artwork that we get here on the reverse of the dust jacket. We get character artwork on the end pages, and we do get different artwork on the front and on the back. I do like this artwork, and I will say that I like the scenes that were picked for the front and the back. It's really difficult to see for some reason. It's a super dark tone, and it's kind of blurry. So that's unfortunate because I like what this artist has done. So here is our different scene and artwork on the back end papers of the book. We get a bound-in author letter and an author signature. And we get bonus content that is exclusive to Owlcrate subscribers. The bonus content is an annotated chapter from the story, which is bonus content that I really do like. So this month we did get a duplicate book in Sleep Like Death. We got the novel in our Owlcrate box, and then we also got it in Fairy Loot. I unboxed Fairy Loot yesterday and posted the unboxing, so if you want to go see that, make sure that you go check it out. I'll link in the description. But I'm also going to do a book battle since we have the same book with an exclusive edition completed by 2 separate book boxes. So once I get that recorded, I will also put that in the description. That way you can see, when handed the same exact content, what do 2 different book boxes do so far as style and execution. And I've also already read this, so once I get my review recorded, then I'll put that in the description as well, but that will probably be at a later date. So overall, an okay box. Not the best that I've seen from Owlcrate this year, but there are useful items, functional items in here. There are pretty items in here. I think this month is going to be hard because we're midway through the year for the book boxes. So we'll see. We'll see what Owlcrate does. Owlcrate's the only one I've got left coming in this month. But yeah, let me know what your favorite item was. Let me know how you feel about the book. And then, like I said, pop over and see the book battle once I get it posted. That way you can compare the 2 editions alongside with me.